If you're going through a separation or divorce with a woman who's in her mid to late 30s, 40s, or early 50s, this video is a must watch because today we're going to talk about the big purple elephant in the room that nobody's talking about. Other relationship coaches aren't talking about it, social media is not talking about it, and your friends and family aren't talking about it. And this purple elephant is a major contributor as to why relationships are failing. Welcome to the channel, everyone. For those of you who don't know me, my name's Mindy, and I work with guys to really empower them with the right skills, knowledge, and mindset in order to transform their love communication style and save their relationships. So if you're trying to save your relationship right now, click the subscribe button and definitely hit that little bell notification button so you can be notified every time I release a new video. But you're probably wondering, what is this big purple elephant in the room that she's talking about? And you're probably really thinking hard as to what it is I'm about to say. And some of you might be thinking, okay, I'm thinking it's menopause, but it can't be menopause because it's late 30s, she said, in 40s, and menopause doesn't happen until the mid 50s, so it can't be menopause. And I just want to take a second and say it's not menopause, but it's actually the time leading up to menopause. There's a time leading up to menopause that nobody is talking about. That is the big purple elephant in the room. And I want to share my screen with you guys for just a moment. So what is menopause? Menopause is the point in time when a woman has went 12 consecutive months without a menstrual period. Menopause is a natural part of aging and marks the end of her reproductive years. On average, menopause happens at age 52. So a lot of misconceptions out there is that menopause is when you can expect the major hormone changes and the mood fluctuations and the irritability and the mood swings and the hot flashes and the dry vagina and all of that stuff. You guys are thinking to yourself, oh, that happens in the 50s. So if you're in a situation right now and you're with a woman who's in her late 30s or 40s, menopause isn't even on your radar. Why would it be? You're not even thinking to yourself that the reason the marriage could be possibly ending is because your wife has gotten to a point where she is having such mood swings and so irritable that she just doesn't like you anymore. And it's not that she doesn't like you, it's that these mood swings are causing her to not like you, which is causing her to be more moody towards you and probably mean to you and not rational. And like I said, menopause is off your radar because why would you even be thinking that could be the issue if she's in her late 30s or 40s? And that's why I really want to talk about this today. And that's why this is the purple elephant. It's actually perimenopause. Now, what exactly is perimenopause? Now, perimenopause is the transitional period leading up to menopause, when a woman's body gradually prepares for the end of her menstrual cycle. So this is what I'm trying to express to you guys, is that once we no longer get our periods, that's when we are in menopause. We've went 12 months without our period. But if we've went 12 months without our period, our hormones are not fluctuating the way they used to be. And here's something I also want to show you guys. If you type in what causes more mood swings, perimenopause or menopause, you're going to find the answer to be both perimenopause and menopause can cause mood swings, but perimenopause is generally associated with more pronounced and unpredictable mood changes due to the fluctuating hormone levels during this transition. So you guys might be dealing with a woman who suddenly is saying she doesn't love you anymore. Things that you used to do are now bothering her. You would show love to her a certain way and she was really open and receptive to it, and suddenly she's not anymore. She used to be a horn dog with you, want to jump your bones whenever she got a chance, and all of a sudden she's lost interest and you're thinking, why? You don't understand. You might be feeling a certain way about that, so you're coming to her and trying to talk to her about it without making her feel like the relationship's all about sex. But I mean, you guys have your needs too, and you're not understanding why she's suddenly not wanting it anymore. All of these things are happening years before menopause actually occurs. And I wanted you guys to see this. I have this other tab up that is from the Cleveland Clinic. Look right here. Perimenopause may begin as early as your mid-30s or as late as your mid-50s. Some people are in perimenopause for only a short time, while others are in it for several years. Okay? Several years. So what's the typical age for perimenopause? Check this out. Perimenopause begins about 8 to 10 years before menopause. Think about that for a moment. 8 to 10 years before she stops getting her period and goes through menopause, which we're all conditioned and to think that menopause is the big time that women are going to change and we're going to hate you and go through our mood swings and our dry vaginas all start in our 50s. No, this starts 8 to 10 years before menopause even happens. It usually starts in your mid-40s, but can start earlier. So how long does perimenopause last? The average length of perimenopause is about 4 years. That's average, but it can last up to 8 years. Some people may only be in this stage for a few months, while others will be in this transition phase for several years. Guys, why aren't we talking about this? And that's why I wanted to shed some light on this, and that's why I wanted to discuss this when it comes to saving your relationship, because I know a lot of guys are reaching out to me. They don't understand why she's suddenly in these moods. They don't understand why things they once did aren't making her happy anymore. And that's why I relate this to love communication style as well, because as a woman is going through these ups and downs in our mood, we really change in how we need to be loved. So major thing is you have to figure out what it is that she needs, okay? For example, for myself, I was a big time person. As I started going through perimenopause, I started needing a lot more acts of kindness. I needed more help from my partner. I didn't want to feel that my husband just sat on the couch all day while I was doing everything for him. Now, at one point in my life, that was cool. But as I'm going through these moods, it's like I'm stuck in this perpetual period that you can't get out of. And that's a lot of times what's going on in your relationships is your woman is stuck in this mood that she can't get out of. So think about it like this. Like if a woman has PMS, 3 weeks out of the month, we're good. I just have to worry about those few days in that 1 week. But imagine being stuck in that 1 week for years, 8 to 10 years being stuck in that 1 week. Her estrogen's dropping, her progesterone's dropping, and then it's going up, it's going down. So she might have one day where it goes up and she's happy, and then she has another day where it's dropping again. Because if you go back here and you look at what happens when estrogen decreases, a woman may experience a range of symptoms, including hot flashes, mood swings, vaginal dryness, and difficulty concentrating. Then you ask, why does estrogen dropping cause mood swings and perimenopause? And it drops because the ovaries are gradually producing less hormones as menopause approaches. Now, the decline in these estrogen levels can lead to mood swings due to its impact on serotonin and other brain chemicals and the stress hormone cortisol. So here you are trying to have a good relationship, but she's stuck in this mood and you don't know how to get her out of it. And this is a major contributor to relationships failing. I mean, you can find information about women talking about it, but usually when guys are trying to save their relationship, they're not putting two and two together. They're not thinking, well, all of a sudden she's mad at me and she's unhappy with me and I don't understand why. She's not in her 50s, so it can't be menopause. And you just start to get angry at her back and you're not creating a safe place for her when she's having her mood swings. She's not feeling heard. So you're contributing to her decline because since neither of you know what's going on, neither of you know how to solve the issue. So obviously, if she's going through something, it's really important to try to discover what the real problem is. Is it perimenopause? Are you in a situation, have you been married 20 years and all of a sudden your wife wants to walk out the door? Have you been married just shortly and all of a sudden she wants to walk out the door? So estrogen and progesterone, they both contribute to serotonin in the brain. So if a woman is going through these estrogen and progesterone waves of going up and down, her serotonin is also fluctuating up and down. And if you look at serotonin, they like to call serotonin the happy hormone. While happy hormone is a popular term, it's more accurate to say serotonin plays a significant role in regulating mood and contributing to feelings of well-being. So if these hormones are going up and down, her serotonin's out of whack. She can't feel happy. Even if you're on your best behavior and doing everything possible to try to make her happy, she's not feeling happy. And you're over here maybe getting pissed off, getting frustrated, not understanding why is she 37 years old and acting like this? Why is she 42 or 48, even 51, 52? Because she's still getting her periods. So you're not thinking to yourself that menopause has anything to do with this, and you're unaware of perimenopause. So now that we know that there's this big purple elephant in the room that can be contributing to your wife's mood and your wife's feelings towards you, the question is, what do you do about it? Not very easy to go to her and say, hey, I think your moodiness is because you're in perimenopause. I don't even know if you know what that means, but maybe you should go to a doctor. Not really the right thing to say, because a woman is going to immediately shut down, possibly stonewall you, and not want to communicate, because nobody wants to feel that somebody else is telling them that their feelings are not valid. And the thing that's really hard for you guys to understand is, as we're going up and down in these moments, those emotions are real to us. And if she's stuck in the time frame of the perpetual PMS week for months, she's stuck in that not feeling happy, and that everything's bothering her and irritating her for months until she learns how to find happiness as that new person. I mean, you kind of have to look at it this way. She's a Dr. Jekyll and a Mr. Hyde. She wants to be Dr. Jekyll. That's who she is instinctually. That's probably who she was before she had her period. She was a happy-go-lucky person before all of these hormones started fluctuating throughout the month and causing her to be Mr. Hyde once a week out of the month. But now, as these estrogen and progesterone levels are fluctuating every month throughout the month, not just once during the period, because now the period is going longer or shorter. And so these hormones are going up and down constantly. So because that's happening, you have to look at her as a Dr. Jekyll and a Mr. Hyde if she's going through perimenopause. And sometimes Mr. Hyde is going to be out for a lot longer than you want him to be. And so it's really important to learn how to fall in love with Mr. Hyde and what Mr. Hyde needs to be happy. Because Mr. Hyde is going to actually need something a little different than Dr. Jekyll. And that's okay. Try not to look at this as really two separate people. It's a version of this person. And it's a version of the person who's learning to cope without her estrogen and without her progesterone regulating her emotions. Her serotonin's dropping, and so it's making her a miserable person. And because she's miserable, of course, she's going to take it out on you because you're the person closest to her. She doesn't mean to take it out on you, but in her mind, she's really feeling these ways. So that's why I really, really stress love communication style. Discover how she receives love. And you might think you know what her love language is, but it's really important to understand the difference between love language, love lingo, and love jargon, and why love lingo is specialized in how she's receiving love. And it's not just the top way. You need to look at the top three, because Dr. Jekyll over here might need love through time. But Mr. Hyde comes out, and all of a sudden, Mr. Hyde's pissed off that you never do anything for him. Mr. Hyde's like, why are you sitting there playing video games while I'm washing the dishes? But for 15 years, Dr. Jekyll's been totally fine with that. But Mr. Hyde's over here pissed off. So you know what you guys have to learn to do? You have to learn to alter your love jargon. Maybe you were showing Dr. Jekyll love through presents, and that really made Dr. Jekyll happy. but not anymore. That's not what Mr. Hyde wants. So that's why rediscovering your love communication style, learning how she receives love, and then implementing the top 3. And if she's in a Mr. Hyde moment, guys, okay, it's not the end of the world, and I'm not here to try to tell you that this is impossible. I'm actually in perimenopause myself, and my husband is really good at altering his love communication style to match me. So if my little Mr. Hyde does come out, he's on it. He knows exactly what he needs to do now. And a lot of times it's because we just think about the top way we receive love, and we're not realizing that there are all other ways that are just as important in how we receive love. So you don't want to just be concerned with the top way they receive love, even if they're equal or even if one's really, really high. You really want to make sure that you're hitting the other 2 that show up as the top 3, because when little Mr. Hyde comes out, that's going to be how you prevent Mr. Hyde from destroying your relationship, because Mr. Hyde will. Mr. Hyde is so evil and angry in his little brain that he's going to do everything he can to sabotage your relationship. And deep down, the Dr. Jekyll who just got this little Mr. Hyde out of her, she doesn't want her relationship to be sabotaged, but she's just stuck in this perpetual mood that she doesn't realize it's happening. So that's why it's really important. Ask yourself, is she in perimenopause? Could this be what's going on with her? Could this be why I'm not making her happy anymore? And am I doing the best by her by validating her emotions, or am I just telling her to F off, or am I getting mad and am I shutting down when she's having these emotions? Because I also don't understand. See, knowledge is the ultimate power, and that's why I say, my videos are really here to empower you guys with the right knowledge, because most of you watching this had no idea about perimenopause. Most people out there have no idea it starts 8 to 10 years before menopause. Now you have this knowledge. Now you can go into the situation and know what you might be dealing with. Now, I'm a woman. I don't want to be told that every single problem is because of my hormones. Of course not. And that's not what I'm saying. And that's not always the case. Maybe there was infidelity. Maybe there was gambling. Maybe there was lying or cheating or stealing or whatever it was. Maybe perimenopause is not what's going on in your relationship. But it's definitely worth having the knowledge and asking yourself, could this be what's going on? Could this be why she's getting angry? Could this be the cause of why everything's falling apart around us? Because I don't know how to deal with her, and she's just this little Mr. Hyde all the time. So if you think perimenopause could actually be the reason that your relationship is starting to go downhill, or that your relationship is failing, leave me a comment and let me know. And also, guys, in the link of this video, and I'll also pin it in the comments below, take the What's Your Love Lingo quiz. Send it to your partner. Find out how she's receiving love. And then ask yourself, am I offering her love in the top 3 ways? Am I ensuring that I'm doing things that are offering her love? And then also, I'm going to link a video to how to make her feel special, because a lot of you guys, if she is going through perimenopause, you guys don't know the little things to do to make sure she's feeling special all the time. And you don't realize a lot of other root causes. So when Mr. Hyde comes out, other root causes are popping up. I'm going to link the video to that as well. This way you guys can watch that. But really, a lot of it comes down to love communication style and just altering how you show love and validating, making sure she feels heard, whether she's Dr. Jekyll or Mr. Hyde. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked the video, please go ahead, subscribe, hit the like button. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked the video, please go ahead, subscribe, hit the like button, and also don't forget that little bell notification button for me. Stay happy, everyone. Stay healthy, and let's focus on staying in love.